The latest TV drama, I Am a Criminal Detective, starring veteran actors such as Yu Hawei, Fu Dalong, and Ding Yongdai officially premiered tonight. In 1991, in Hachong City, Zhongchang Province, in the north, the romance of winter was the world covered in white snow. Every household was immersed in the joy of the upcoming new year. Gao Jianxi, the deputy director of Deshanzi Police Station in Hachong City, was brutally attacked by villains on his way home from work. By the time the police arrived, Gao Jianxi had died tragically in the snow, and his service pistol had disappeared without a trace. Seeing his mentor on the path of becoming a police officer brutally killed in his first year of college, this strengthened Qin Chuan's determination to return to Hachong to punish the criminals. In that era when surveillance cameras had not yet fully covered the city, it was extremely difficult to find a murderer with no clues. After 4 years of investigation, the murderer who killed Deputy Director Gao had still not been caught. Qin Chuan, who graduated from the law department, gave up the opportunity to go to a big city and return to Xishan Branch Bureau in Hachong City. He was determined to catch the murderer who killed his master. Although this case was under the jurisdiction of Xishan Branch Bureau, it had long been put aside and even forgotten. Seeing Qin Chuan's persistent attitude in asking questions, they then told him the whole story. At that time, the branch directors of various municipal bureaus in Zhongchang Province led the investigation, but none of them could solve the case. So, he didn't think he had the ability to solve this case either. Moreover, he had other cases to handle. Hearing this, Qin Chuan hit the nail on the head and said, "We are criminal police. How can we just give up on a case that hasn't been solved? Isn't that being irresponsible? Who are you talking about? Who is irresponsible? Look at me. If I didn't do anything, how could I get so many awards?" The two had conflicts and estrangement because of this old case. Seeing Captain Hu's error being one rank higher and his disregard for the old case, Qin Chuan, feeling aggrieved, could only find his police friend Yi Maoxing to have dinner and pour out his grievances. On the same lunar December 28th, with the same snow-covered scene, Qin Chuan strongly condemned Captain Hu's irresponsible attitude and was determined to find out the truth for his master. Meanwhile, in the shaft house of Xishan Coal Mine, the team leader reminded everyone to be highly vigilant. After all, millions of yuan in wages were locked in the vault. That was the wages of mine workers that had been delayed for 7 months. Look, people get more timid as they get older. What do you mean by that? Well, the older, the wiser. You should learn slowly. Just when several people were watching TV and eating melon seeds without taking it seriously, the crisis quietly came. 3 masked villains suddenly rushed in with guns and shot all of them dead within a few seconds. Using the sound of Spring Festival firecrackers as a cover, they carried out an indiscriminate massacre in Xishan Mine, not even sparing the children who accidentally entered. After receiving the news, Qin Chuan immediately drove to the scene with his friend Yi Maoxing. The on-duty police officer Xiao Qingdong also arrived as soon as he received the news. To prevent the villains from escaping, the 3 of them decided to enter and check first without waiting for the arrival of the large troops. As soon as they pushed open the door, they saw a scene of corpses everywhere. While the 3 were groping forward, they suddenly heard the sound of the door opening. After asking, they found out that the survivors were from the security department of Xishan Mine. Although they drove away the robbers and protected the wage payment, all 4 of the police officers except Zhang Xiaomao died. Qin Chuan and Yi Maoxing, who saw this horrible scene for the first time, vomited continuously after coming out. Qin Chuan, suppressing his discomfort, reported the tragic situation inside to Han Jingdong, the director of Hachong City Public Security Bureau. A total of 11 people died in this robbery and murder case. The murderer was extremely cruel and didn't even spare children. Han Jingdong, the director of Hachong City Public Security Bureau, immediately issued an order that all traffic police, armed police, and patrol police should immediately block all traffic exits in the city to prevent the suspects from escaping with guns and continuing to commit crimes. The top leaders of each branch bureau and each police type should immediately rush to Xishan Coal Mine to set up a special task force and stand by. The case couldn't be put aside during the Spring Festival. They should report the progress of the investigation to the provincial department every 4 hours.